सांस को अपनाए, ध्यान ही बन जाए। ये दुनिया कैसे बदलेगी हमसे, हमसे, ये दुनिया कैसे बदलेगी हमसे, हमसे, हम खुद को कैसे बदलेंगे ध्यान से, विज्ञान से, आत्मज्ञान से। खुद को जानो तुम क्या हो, पहचानो तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो। सांस को अपनाए, ध्यान ही बन जाए। 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 तुझ में मुझ में क्या अंतर है, पशु पक्षी भी जीव है। तुझ में मुझ में क्या अंतर है, पशु पक्षी भी जीव है। जीने का हक सबको है, हम सब सारे एक है। ध्यान कर शाकाहारी बन, आत्मज्ञानी बन। खुद को जानो तुम क्या हो, पहचानो तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो। बन जाए, बन जाए, बन जाए, बन जाए। ध्यानी बन सांस को अपनाए, ध्यान ही बन जाए।
Good morning, masters. Thank you all. Thank you all for taking time and joining. Thank you, Mani garu.
Thank you, Bharti garu. My immense heartfelt gratitude to Sri Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji and Sri Sarnamala Patriji. My gratitude to parents, gurus, and the universe. The insanity of psychological time. You will not have any doubt that psychological time is a mental disease if you look at it as collective manifestations. So, masters, yesterday we were talking about clock and psychological time, right? So, psychological time is like when we have emotions, when we have thoughts, that is psychological time. Normal time is clock. So, the psychological time is insanity, he is telling. It is a mental disease. In the normal mind identified or unenlightened state of consciousness, the power and infinite creative potential that lie concealed in the now are completely obscured by psychological time. So the power of now is taken away by psychological time, he is saying. Because you are in the unconscious state when you are in the psychological time. So what will happen is, if you are in the psychological time, you will lose your vibrancy, freshness, sense of wonder, everything you lose that time. The old pattern of thoughts, emotion, behavior, reaction, desire are acted. Endless repeated performance also will happen. So if you are behaving same time every time same way, that is you are in the psychological time. You are behaving with your old thought patterns and old emotions, desires, all those things. So when we are having old pattern of thoughts, we have to observe ourselves. A script in your mind that gives you an identity of sorts but distorts or covers up the reality of the now. So the script is in our mind that will cover up the now. The mind then creates an obsession with the future. So that time what will happen is you will have obsession with the future, or what will happen in the future, all those things, like how we'll live or how I will do this task in the future. Like that kind of fear also will follow that psychological time. And you lose freshness and wonder and vibrancy of the present moment now. So that psychological time has that power. That time we will wait, somebody will come to your life, then they will give meaning to our life, like that, or some external things will come, like position or wealth, then we will be happy, like that. We will be in that imaginary thinking, like we will think at that moment we are not full and complete. We will become full and complete if somebody come to our lives, or if you achieve something, or if you gain something, like that. We will be in that imaginary thoughts. Negativity and suffering have their roots in time. So negativity and suffering will come only when we attach to the time. So the roots are in the time. Usually the future is a replica of the past. Superficial changes are possible, but real transformation is rare and depends upon whether you can become present enough to dissolve the past by accessing the power of the now. So unless until you won't access the power of now, so now real transformation is not possible, he's saying. All negativity is caused by an accumulation of psychological time, denial of the present. So when you deny the present moment, and you are behaving with past emotional patterns, the thought patterns, what will happen is you will get fear. So unease, anxiety, tension, stress, worry. If you're feeling, means any of this feeling, if you're feeling, all these are forms of fear. So fear will cause worry, stress, tension, anxiety, unease. So are caused by too much future, not enough presence. So must just think when you are in worries, when you are worrying about something, when you are stressed about something, or when you feel tension, or when you feel anxiety about something, think that you are thinking about more future. You are not focusing presence now. So caused by too much future and not enough presence. And guilt, regret, resentment, grievance, sadness, bitterness, and all forms of non-forgiveness. So non-forgiveness are caused by too much past. So when you are thinking, oh, I can't forgive this person, like that, that means you are in too much past. You are not in the enough presence. So he's telling enough, it is not enough. How much you are there that time is not enough. So whenever we have to observe our emotions, whether our emotions are non-forgiveness emotions, or sadness will come to us, or bitterness, or guilt, resentment, why I did that, why like that kind of thoughts comes, immediately realize that you are too much in the past, but not enough in the presence. Here he's telling why we get all those emotions, the root cause of all those emotions. You may find it hard to recognize that time is the cause of your suffering. So that time you think situation is causing you problem, not the time. Like because you are in the past, because you're thinking about future, that's why you're suffering. You won't realize it. You believe that they are caused by specific situations in your life. And seen from a conventional viewpoint, this is true. But until you actually for surface wise, yes, that situation caused a problem, but internally that is not the situation. That is because of you attach with either past or future. You're not enough in the present moment. That's why that situation came. But until you have dealt with the basic problem, making dysfunction of the mind is attachment to past and future and denial of the now. So behind every problem, the main root cause is we are attaching to past, either past or future, and we are denying the present moment. So when you accept the present moment, when you don't attach to past and future too much, the problems are actually interchangeable. If all your problems are perceived causes of suffering or unhappiness were miraculously removed for you today. So if you be in the present moment, all the problems will be removed. Like take the example of a small child. Small child, if mother shouts or dad shouts also, they will suffer that moment, but immediately again they'll go and hug them. They won't even remember that they shouted also on them because they are not in the past. And even if you take a small baby, even if the dad puts her in the hair also, like in the playing mode, she won't even worry whether I will fall or not, because she has trust on the parents, and she has trust on the universe. The child is in the present moment. So we have to be like that. We should not attach too much to the past. So must us remember this: all the problems caused by all the suffering or negativity is caused by when we attach too much to the past or present moment. If we have a problem in the situation in the life, we can change it, we can interchange it, or we can change it. But when you attach to past or future, we will lose that capability to find a solution. That's what he's saying. If all your problems are perceived cases of today's suffering and happiness, miraculously, the present moment has that power. It can remove it. The unhappiness inside you, the suffering inside you, the present moment can remove it. Yesterday, I was listening some video of the master. So he's suffering so much because of some situation in life, some relation problem or something. Then he went to Patriji. Then Patriji played 1 hour flute music. He was he's not thinking about what happened, all those things. He was completely immersed in the present moment. That music bring him back to the present moment. Then his sorrow of that relationship issue, it vanished like a magic. So that's what he's telling here. Eckhart Tolle also telling here, this is the magic to remove our suffering and negativity, being in the present moment. But and he is also telling how to be in the present moment. Okay, you had not become more present, more conscious. So what is the disadvantage of present? If you are not in the present moment, if you are not aware what or more conscious, you would soon find yourself with a similar set of problems. So one problem will come, right? You won't practice being in the present moment. You just find the solution of the problem, but again one more problem will come. Same set of problems, similar, and also again you will suffer. So again you have to find some solution. So it's a shadow that follows wherever you go. So your problems and negativity, suffering, all these are shadows. It will follow wherever you go. Ultimately, there is only one problem: the time-bound mind itself. So you have to, masters, you have to remember that actual problem is time-bound mind, not whatever situations in your life. So you have to detach from this time-bound mind. Then only you won't find any problem. There is a book also, There Is No Problems. by Patriji. So Patriji also telling same thing. If you are be in the present moment, like if you be in the meditative state, there is no problems at all. Presence is the key to freedom. So you can only be free now. Finding the life underneath your life situation. So what he's telling is when any problem come, any situation come in your life, find the underneath life of that. You cannot be both unhappy and fully present in the now. You are still resisting what happened in the past. So if you are unhappy means you are still resisting what happened in the past. So you resist now also. So resist. I remember, right? When he in the chapter 1, I told you, right? He got the mantra: resist, resist not, resist not. That his mind is in a conscious is telling. Then he become enlightened. Resist nothing. I think resist nothing. Yeah. So you're still resisting what happened in the past, and now you're resisting what is. So when you resist past, right? You resist now also. Hope is what keeps you going. But hope keeps you focused on the future. Okay, you resist past, you resist now, but you have hope for the future. But what happens is this continued focus perpetuates your denial of the now, and therefore so it will cause you unhappiness. I know you will move forward in the life with the hope. Okay, future everything will be fine like that, but that will cause you unhappiness. Forget about life situation for a while and pay attention to your life. Your life situation exists in time. Your life is now. Your life situation is made mind stuff. So whatever the situations we are thinking, that is the mind stuff. But your life is real. And find the narrow gate that leads to life. It is called the now. So now is the narrow gate that will lead you to the life. When you are full of problems, there is no room for anything new to enter. See, when you have something filled up your cup, you can't enter, you can't pour in the cup good things also, right? Like that. So when you're full of thinking about problems, you won't find a solution. When you are anything new, so you are not in the present moment, you won't find a solution. There is no room for solution because you already filled your cup with past or future. So whenever you can, make some room. So observe the breath, observe the sounds you are hearing, observe the scenery. Then you will get some space, right? To find then you will attach to the consciousness, our life, whatever it is you will call high power, underneath your life situation. So find the life underneath it. So this is what he's telling. Whenever any problem come to you, come back to the present moment and make some space to listen to what masters are telling, what God is giving you solution. So God always is there to give us solutions, but we are fully occupied with our past and future. We are not taking the solution from the universe. Use your senses fully, be where you are. So when you use all your 5 senses, any of the 5 senses fully if we use, then only we will be being mode. Then you will be being. Be where you are. So because so you will be in the present moment when you use our senses fully. Look around. Just look. Don't interpret. Okay, what is telling is being fully is just we have to look at things, but we shouldn't interpret again. You don't use the mind to interpret, to analyze, to label. So that is mind duty. So don't fall into the trap of mind. See the light, shapes, colors, textures. So you can observe light, you can see the shapes, you can see the color, you can see the texture. Be aware of the silent presence of each thing. So be aware of, so everything has silent presence. Just see that. Don't label or judge or comment or anything. Okay, be aware of that space that allows everything to be. So accept everything how it is. You don't put your judgment towards anything. Listen to the sounds, don't judge them. Listen to the silence underneath the sounds. touch something, anything, and feel and acknowledge its being. Observe the rhythm of your breathing. So observe your breath also, like how incoming breath is coming, how outgoing breath is coming, and feel and acknowledge its being. And acknowledge that because of your breath only you are living. Okay. Observe the rhythm of your breathing, feel the air flowing in and out, feel the life energy inside. So you can go inside your body also, feel how the blood pumps inside us. So how cells are working for us. Think about the body also. Then you can feel the life energy. If you do yoga, Brahmari exercise, right? You close your ears and do some om or some sound, that Brahmari exercise. Then also you will come to present moment. I felt that once when I did Brahmari exercise, some thought came to my mind and it's making me worry. Immediately that worry gone. Allow everything to be within and without. Allow the easiness of all things. Move deeply into the now. Take everything light. Okay, don't all the time label or judge or criticize or resist anything. Okay, so then you will move deeply into the now. All problems are illusions of the mind. So here Eckhart Tolle is telling that whatever you think that's a problem, that is the illusion of the mind. The doing and happening is in fact a single process because you are one with totality of consciousness. You cannot separate the two. However, you look at it, it is a quantum leap in the evolution of consciousness as well as our only chance of survival as a race. Mind patterns that have created unimaginable suffering on a vast scale. I'm not using the word evil. It is more helpful to call it unconsciousness or insanity. So the problem's root cause is unconsciousness, the time mode of consciousness. So it is deeply embedded in the human psyche. So everybody think like that only he's telling, because it's deeply embedded here. So we think it is a problem, but it's not a problem. It is our mind-made problem. So what we have to do is we have to break the mind patterns. Because these mind patterns have dominated human life for eons. Mind patterns that have created unimaginable suffering on a vast scale. The process isn't inevitable or automatic. Your cooperation is an essential part of it. However you look at it, it is a quantum leap in the evolution of consciousness, as well as our only chance of survival as a race. So if you want to survive on the earth, you have to be in the present moment, he's saying. The joy of being. To alert you, what you have allowed yourself to be taken over psychological time, you can use a simple criteria. So to alert yourself, if you are in the psychological time, you are suffering, your mind made some imaginary problems, then how you will alert yourself? Okay, this is mind-made problem. Every moment ask, is there a joy, ease, and lightness in what I'm doing? So if you are conducting a task, you ask yourself, is there a joy, ease, and lightness? If there isn't, there is time is covering up the present moment. Then immediately realize that you are not in the present moment. Because present moment always keeps you in joy, ease, and lightness. If there isn't, so present moment is not there, right? Then life is perceived as a burden or a struggle. So we treat the life as a burden or a struggle. It may be sufficient to change the how. How is always more important than what. See if you can give much more attention to the doing than to the result. So he's telling, don't give importance to the result. Just give attention to what you're doing, what you want to achieve through it. Give your fullest attention to whatever the present moment presents. Okay, so give your 100% attention what you are doing presently. This implies that you also completely accept what is, and also you are giving attention means inside in your heart you are accepting it. because you cannot give your full attention to something and at the same time resist it. So if you resist what you are doing, that means you are not giving full attention. As soon as you are honor the present moment, all happiness and struggle dissolve. So if you are thinking life is a burden or a struggle, means you are not in the present moment. But if you are in the present moment, all unhappiness, struggle will dissolve automatically. Life begins to flow with joy and ease. When you act out of present moment awareness, where whatever you do becomes imbued with the sense of, then so what will happen is, if you do any act in the present moment, by being fully in the present moment, what will happen is it will have a sense of quality, care, and love. In small action also, you will show a lot of love and care and quality, sense of quality, he is telling. That's why Satyasai says that duty with love is deplorable. Duty with love without love is deplorable. Duty with love is good, he says. So we have to do our duty as a mother or as a employee or as a sibling or as a daughter, but everything do with love. Without love, your working is it's not going to give you anything. Even the most simple action. So do not be concerned with the fruit of your action. So even you are doing small thing also, don't think about the result. So just give attention to the action itself. So even they say, right, even your enemies also you have to treat with love, whether they are enemies or whether they're bad people or good people, their own karma, they will face it. You don't need to judge them, right? Your duty is love or serve, hurt never, help ever. If you remember this mantra, you won't be bound by this mind-made illusionary stuff. So you don't think about the fruit, whether that person will be good to you or that person will give bad to you, all those things. See, if you do good to one person, the result will come from some other person, some other way in universe. Trust that formula. Just give attention to the action. The fruit will come of its own accord. This is a powerful spiritual practice. So the fruit will come of its own accord. So if you do good things, only good thing will come out. This is a powerful spiritual practice. In the Bhagavad Gita, one of the oldest and most beautiful spiritual teaching is in existence. Non-attachment to fruit of your action is called karma yoga. So he's talking about Bhagavad Gita here. So if you do any work fully without attaching to the result, that is called karma yoga. It is described as a path of consecrated action. When the compulse, so he is also suggesting do without any result, interest in the result. You just be fully present when you are doing, do with love everything. Then you will get, universe will give the result. Every good action will have fruit, will be there definitely. See, when the trees are giving fruits, it will give fruits to anybody. Even the person who came to cut the tree also, it will give the fruits. It won't say, you are going to cut me, you are going to put me down, I won't give you fruits, right? So we have to be like you all the time, like live like God kids. See, even Jesus Christ, when they're putting on the cross also, he's asking God, forgive them, like that. So we have to be like that. When the compulsive striving away from the now ceases, the joy of being flows into everything you do. The moment your attention turns into the now, you feel a presence, a stillness, a peace. So when you turn into now, right, you will feel a peace inside you, a stillness inside you. You no longer depend on the future for fulfillment or satisfaction. So future won't give you fulfillment or satisfaction. You don't look it for salvation. And don't think about salvation or any future satisfaction. Be in the present moment with joy, peace, happiness. Therefore, you are not attached to the results, neither failure or. So when you are not attached to the result, what will happen is either you won't get you won't feel so happy about failure, or you won't feel so sad, so sad about failure, or you won't feel so happy about success. Then what will happen? You will have humility, right? When you won't feel so proud about success, you will have humility. When you won't feel failure, so bad about failure, what will have? You will try again. So neither failure nor success has the power to change your inner state of being. So don't change inner state of being with either failure or success. So even proud also not good, even feeling low also not good, right? Both are not good. You have to maintain middle path. As Patricia tell, always be in the middle path. You have found the life underneath your life. Then if you do all these things like non-attachment to the result and all those things, then you will find the life underneath your life situation. Being you are complete and whole now. That the world of form or gain or loss, at on a deeper level, you are already complete. See, you are already complete by gaining something, by losing something, or getting failure or getting success. It won't make you anything, right? You are already complete. Realize that there is a playful, joyous energy behind what you do, being free of psychological time. Know that nothing real can be threatened. See, if you got fear, think that nothing real can be threatened. Forms are born and die because you will born and you will die. So when you are in the state of being, you already succeeded. Being itself a success. The result, whether it gives you success or failure, it's not matter to you. You no longer pursue your goals with grim determination, driven by fear. So don't pursue the goal with fear. Oh, if I don't achieve that, what will happen? Or anger. No, I have to achieve and show him this one. Like how Vishwamitra he did, right, initially. Like he want to show Vasishtha, a sage Vasishtha. Actually, Vishwamitra is a is a king. He came to sage Vasishtha. He saw that he is feeding nicely his soldiers and himself. He want that Kamadhenu, that cow, holy cow, which is giving him everything. Then his pride, everything should be with me only, whatever good things. Like that, his pride arised in him. And he did tapas so long. With anger, he did. Then he didn't achieve what he wanted. He achieved only little part. Again, he came and again he failed. But again, he was attached with his emotions, pride. Then he created Trishanku Swarga with the pride. Then again he realized, no, this is not I supposed to do it. Then he cursed some angel Ramba to become a stone. Again he lost his power, that his tapas. So at the end he become like he removed all the qualities, all the Arshad Vargas inside him. He become peaceful and he just did tapas without thinking about either future what I will get. Then he attained the highest place. He become equal to Vasishtha, sage Vasishtha, and Vasishtha himself told, you are equal to me, you are great, you are Brahmarshi. So like that. So if you see like how Vishwamitra achieved something, but still he failed, right? Like even if we pursue our goal, but still if it is driven by, that goal is driven by fear or anger or discontent, or need to become someone, if you are not feeling inside you are already complete, that won't give you anything. That goal, that result won't give you anything. Nor will you remain inactive through the fear of failure, which to the ego is loss of self. So if you are in the fear of failure, think that you are losing yourself. When your deeper sense of self is derived from being, when you are free from becoming as a psychological need, neither your happiness nor your sense of self depends on the outcome. So there is freedom from fear. So if you don't depend on the outcome, right, you will become freedom from the fear. You won't have fear. Okay, what will happen if I don't achieve, if I achieve? All those fears, you will be free from yourself when you don't focus on the result of the action. You don't seek permanency where it cannot be found in the world of form, gain, loss, birth, and death. You don't demand the situation. So when you fear, what will happen is you demand, okay, that person has to behave like this only. This action should happen like this only. Like bus should come on time, the train should come on time, or the person who is working come on time. Like they have to all the time. Other person will be should be loving all the time. So conditions, places, people, all you demand to make you happy, and then suffer when they don't live up to your expectations. And also you will suffer when you demand what will happen. You will suffer when it not happened up to your expectation, right? You expect something, other person did something. Because you are demanding from the situations. Why you are demanding is because you are in the you are in the fear. If this didn't happen, what will happen? Like that kind of fear. You lost yourself. You are not in the being. Then you demand. So must just remind yourself when you are demanding something from a situation, or when you are suffering with other person did something, then think about yourself whether I am in the fear. Why that person behaving like that, making me unhappy? Why I'm expecting that person to behave how I want is. See, every person will behave according to their own baggage, right? Their own baggage, uh, and their own mood swings, all those things. So why it is affecting me? The other person is not wrong. All the time we have to think why it is affecting me, why it is affecting me. Okay. Why his situation is affecting me, why condition is affecting, why that place are, why that people, why I'm thinking like that. So the person only that you have to change is yourself, not anything, situation or people or condition or anything. Only the thing is you have to be in the present moment. You always be joyful, peaceful, and ease. So whenever you don't have joy inside, observe every minute whether you are working with fear, or you are working with like whether you are too much in the past or too much in the future. So life is so simple when you are in the present moment. That's what he's saying. You can do anything with ease and happiness. The time-bound mode of consciousness is deeply embedded in the human psyche, but what we are doing is part of a profound transformation that is taking place in the collective consciousness of the planet and beyond. The awakening of consciousness from the dream of matter, form, and separation, the ending of time. We are breaking mind patterns that have dominated human life for mind patterns that have created unimaginable suffering on a vast scale. I'm not using the word evil, it is more helpful to call it unconsciousness or insanity. Should a situation arise that you need to deal with now, your action will be clear and incisive if it arises out of present moment awareness. So one situation comes, how you deal with now will be very clear if you are in the if your action is coming from your present moment awareness. It is also more likely to be effective. So that action what you do by being in the present moment awareness is effective. It will not be a reaction. So action will have a reaction from past means it won't solve the situation problem. It will not be a reaction coming from the past conditioning of your mind, but an intuitive response to the situation. So if you are in the present moment, what will happen is you will get intuitive response for the situation. Okay, this is how you have to do, like that. In other instances, when the time-bound mind will have reacted, you will find it more effective to do nothing. You just stay centered in the now. So masters, next is chapter 4. We will read this chapter 4 tomorrow. Now we do meditation. Close your eyes, clasp your hands, and cross your legs. Remove aspects if you have any. Observe the breath, incoming, outgoing. Any thoughts comes, and go back to the breath. Last 5 minutes, masters. Last 3 minutes, masters. Last 30 seconds. Rub your hands slowly, open your hands and keep it on your eyes and open your eyes with a nice smile.
Thank you, Manigaru. Thank you very much for sharing. Just please start sharing the silence. Can you see my screen, Mani? Can you see my screen?
It's sharing, it's coming.
Coming, right? Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, thank you. Like, I think as we go deeper, right, I think what we are trying to understand more today is like, we have this feeling that if I get something in my future, that's when I'll be happy. Or like, I am trying to get something where I want to have a state where I'll not have any more problems in my life. So that's like, usually some question we hear or we kind of pass that, but that's never going to happen because you are in that state already now. You don't need to look for that in future. Like, you already have everything what you need. So it's definitely great to have your goals and what you want to do in future. But the most important thing is how. Like, how do you go to what you want or where you want using the path? So that can be by actually awakening your consciousness with the highest quality, not just like, okay, I'm thinking about future and that's how I go and not being joyful or being sad or being resentful, like not being friendly with others, like all those things, like that's the most important thing that gives you the quality of what comes out in your future. So making sure we have those highest level. So I just wrote like a couple of affirmations on that point, which is like, I have the highest quality awakened consciousness now. Like, if we can just repeat this within ourselves, now I have the highest quality awakened consciousness. We are not looking for this in future. We already have it, and we're just trying to remind ourselves that we already have it. And also we are like, I am creating joy, ease, and lightness in whatever I am doing now. In everything I'm doing, I'm creating joy, I'm creating light, everything I'm doing. And a easy way where we can live to the highest consciousness is to see the light, shapes, colors, basically, right? Like feel, like what Maningaru has been telling, right? Feel the presence with all your five senses. Not just like, if you're looking something, just don't focus on your eyes, like, feel it with your ears, like, feel how you are feeling with your all different senses, so that can actually awaken your consciousness and you can be more present currently or now. I think that's all. Like, it's very hard today, right? Because it's a lot of points and very important points.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're trying to combine all of them and making sure we have some affirmations we can take in the day and just repeat one affirmation, right? Repeat one or do one of these. If you do all, that's well and good. If you cannot do, just take one affirmation and see how it's impacting what you do every day.
Yes, every minute we have to ask ourselves, whatever the task we are conducting, whether we are doing with joy or ease or lightness,
Yeah.
or whether we are doing with fear or unforgiveness. So if you are doing it with fear means we are in the future. If you are doing with unforgiveness means we are in the past. But if you are doing the task with joy or ease or lightness inside us, means we are in the present moment.
Absolutely. That's a great point. So masters, please try to have one of this, like, please try to implement all of this today or at least one. And let's all have a awakened consciousness, collectively awakened consciousness. Okay. So thank you all masters for joining. Have a great day and wonderful day. See you again tomorrow morning. Thank you all.
Thank you, PSSM Global team, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, masters.